There we go. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our premiere episode of Legends of Wildemount, our not critical role campaign, our Wildemount set campaign, which, Wildemount, you can see it in Critical Role. Before we begin, though, some announcements real quick. If you like podcasts, check out Mimics and Monstrosities on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can get caught up on all of our Beneath the Tide and all of Demystifying DMing on there. Tomorrow, episode 59 of Beneath the Tide will go up on there. And as we stream episode 60 of Beneath the Tide tonight. Big ol' 6-0. That's it for announcements. So, everyone ready to get started on this campaign that's been in the works for a bit?
Oh, yeah.
A bit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, character art for these characters should be coming in the coming weeks. I'm having issues with the character artist again, so I might have to find a new one. So, let me just cue something very quickly. There we go. We find ourselves on the continent of Wildemount in the world of Exandria. It is the 14th of Undalar in the year 836 PD, or post-divergence. Let me lower the music a bit. This is fun. Woo. There we go. Wildemount has been taken by war between the Kryn dynasty and the Dwendalian Empire, but whispers of peace treaties have been floating around for the last few weeks, and there is hope that an end to the conflict is near. But for now, we'll begin our story. The city of Deastok is nestled upon a hill, and is a tidy city that borders the Siren Green Forest in the Marrow Valley of Wildemount, as well as hundreds of acres of farmland. Damn, that's loud. Apologies, everyone, new setup, so I'm still trying to mix the volume and stuff. Where was I? It is filled with quaint homes, fine goods, and affluent citizens. The crown-appointed leader of the city is Starosta McGinnis, but it's not a secret to many folk that the true guiding force in Deastok is the Truscan family. The people of Deastok have gathered in the Bursar Plaza today to sell their goods and shop for wares. And there's quite the crowd today, and a good portion of citizens seem to be centered around one stall in particular, but we'll get to that. We're here to tell a story. This is so cheesy. A story of 4 individuals hailing from across Wildemount, and we'll be stepping into their shoes to push this story along. If you're here for the familiar names of the Mighty Nine and Vox Machina, well, this is not their tale. The 4 of you have come to Deastok for your own reasons, and have each spent a few days here already, or within the vicinity. 3 of you have found comfortable lodgings within the city limits, whether it be at the Shaded Bough Inn, the Rose Nettle Inn, or other places in between. While for another, it's but another daily trip into the city to unload some goods from just one of the many farms that lie beyond the jeweled gates. Oops. Stop it. There we go. Where was I? As you all roam the stalls and stands of the Bursar Plaza, a most interesting commotion catches your attention. A large gathering of citizens and Crownsguard are gathered around what appears to be a large wooden stagecoach painted in various purples and golds and adorned in red curtains. It's very hard to not notice. The side of the stagecoach has been folded outward to reveal a market stall, where a thin human man in his 50s is standing, giving off some sort of speech regarding his wares. This man has shoulder-length black hair with wisps of gray throughout. He has kind green eyes with a set of rather prominent crow's feet, and above the left eye is a jagged scar. His handsome face is adorned by a black pencil mustache and a pointed black goatee. Set upon the bridge of his nose are a pair of rose-tinted pince-nez glasses. The man is wearing a burgundy-colored frock with a stalk of wolfsbane stuck into the lapel. Beneath the coat is a beige waistcoat with blue buttons and a frilled white silk shirt. The outfit sits complete with a pair of black trousers, a black leather belt, and a bandolier draped across his chest, in which numerous vials filled with colorful liquids rest. The man is gazing out of the crowd and speaking rather loudly, and you all can't help but overhear this individual. And, you all kind of nearby, doing your own thing. You're all here for your own reasons. And, tired of sleepless nights and night terrors? Do you seek a comfortable night after a day of hard labor? Then you must try my elixir of Evernight, guaranteed to give a perfect night's sleep to even the most anxious of mind. A single dose only runs 2 gold. What a bargain to ensure continued wealth. And as he kind of is trying to pitch these elixirs that he sells, he points to each and every one of you, kind of spotting you out in the crowd as you all kind of stick out from the familiar citizens of Deastok. And first, you guys all kind of notice this individual point towards a rather large individual. You would all kind of recognize this as one of the Goliath. And the individual just goes, "You there! What's your name?"
He looks up. Enak.
"Well, Enak, why don't you come on up here and tell me what ails you?"
Okay.
And as this Goliath approaches the market stall, would you like to describe what Enak looks like?
Okay. Approaching the stall is a Goliath, gray skin. You could see the typical shaved head. It seems like there's a little bit of stubble, like a slow growth, as if he hasn't shaved in a while. Large, almost falling into the 8-foot range of height. He is wearing, at the moment, he would be wearing a cloak that hangs over and kind of hides, well, it would be folded over his shoulders at this point, but he has a glint of some chainmail that you can see, and you can see a little bit of the tattoos running up his arms, and like at the top of his neck. They're almost, if you're imagining it, imagine like a Polynesian style variation on tattoos, very geometric shapes, and a little bit of a flow to it. But yeah, that's him.
Okay. So what ails you?
My back, lower back, has a little to it.
I don't think this will help you then, unfortunately.
Oh, what's it for?
Sleepless nights, night terrors, nightmares.
I don't think I have many of those.
All right.
Sorry. He kind of like steps back.
And he kind of like looks out of the crowd again, and this time he points towards. It kind of looks like a human, but their skin's kind of, well, there's a glow to it almost. Not ethereal or any way, but there's like a sheen to it. And it points towards what people would assume to be maybe an Aasimar. And it says, "Well, you there! Why don't you come on up here and tell me what ails you?"
Well, I would, but it's not night terrors. The only thing bugging me right now is your grating voice.
All right. And would you like to describe the individual we see?
Yeah, Lindak is Aasimar. Mostly what you see right now, he's wearing a large dark green cloak with a hood. But you can see his face. He's got the hood kind of pulled back a bit. His skin tone is kind of a tanned golden color, and his eyes are a lighter gold, and his hair is a golden blonde color. Basically, he's gold colored. You can see under his cloak, possibly at the throat, a bit of chainmail. He's wearing knee-high riding boots, and that's basically all you can see of him right now.
Well, sorry to waste your time. And the individual points towards an elf, but says, "Oh, don't get many of your kinds here in the Empire."
Sorry, that you cut out there for a moment. Was that to me?
Yeah, he's pointing at you.
Good.
Oh, wait, what did he say?
We don't get many of your kind in the Empire.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
Right. What's your name?
My name is Tal. Pleasure to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you. What ails you?
Nothing I suppose that you would have, unless you have anything for joints.
Nope. Just trying to see if people out there suffer from nightmares, but I guess not. Would you like to describe who is having this conversation with this man?
So Tal is a tall female drow elf. She's very upright, looks very slender and graceful. She's wearing black, simple robes, and her white hair is tied very tightly in a bun behind her head. And on her back, she has a violin case and a loose drawstring bag.
All right, and he points to a final sort of figure in the crowd, a little gnome, and says, "Well, howdy there, little guy. What ails ya?"
Yeah, I'm afraid, night terrors for sure.
Oh, wonderful. Come on up.
Excellent. And he wiggles on up there.
And as the gnome kind of waddles up towards the market stall, describe what everyone sees.
This person looks like a rock gnome. He's got kind of an odd set of hair, blonde hair. Let's see. Based on other rock gnomes you may have seen, his nose is actually rather wide. But he wears a stiff, high-necked black cloth coat that's embroidered with gray quartz. He also wears, you can see like leather bracers just peeking out the sleeves that seem to be rolled up. And you also see a couple metal contraptions that appear to be folded up and on the back and like hanging in little harnesses on his back.
Well, what's your name?
Oh, yes, but
And he turns to the audience.
my name is Vinlock Feldspar. Yeah, and I've been having night terrors, and if any of you have been having night terrors, the much more tangible kind, I'm referring to thieves, you can see me at the Click and the Clack down the street.
And the merchant kind of looks down at you and says, "All right, well, I don't got anything for your night terrors, so..."
Excellent. Well, if anybody does have anything, any need for locks, I definitely have some for you. Famous, the best in all of Hupperduke, down here to Deastok to help all of you new fellows and ladies.
And he'll just...
And as this sort of more people come on up and like sample the elixir, and they seem to be rather pleased with it, Some of the Crown's Guard that kind of patrolled Deastok also come on up and say, "Well, yeah, I haven't slept in weeks." And he takes one. And he seems relatively pleased and saunters on down. And eventually, after after about 20 minutes or so, the crowd eventually disperses, and the little merchant just says, "All right, well, thanks for buying today. If you did, nice to meet you all." And he kind of folds up the compartment on the side, clambers up into the driver's seat and with the reins, and just kind of whoosh, and the carriage kind of rolls off deeper into Deastok, leaving the four of you and a bunch of other people just in the Bursar Plaza. The day still very much ahead of you.
Are you in need of any locks? Are you in need of any locks?
He says, looking up to people as he's walking by, trying to pick out people that might show a little hint of interest.
Not particularly right now.
He doesn't even, not even gonna try for people that don't show any hint of interest. He just leaves them alone.
Okay. What's everybody else doing in the market district, the plaza?
Lindak is actually heading for the stables where he put his horses.
Okay.
He's just going to groom his and see if the stable master has found any buyers for his other horse.
Okay. Easily do that. What about Enak and Talindra?
I'm kind of what sort of area is this? Is this like a marketplace?
Yes,
or
the Bursar Plaza is very much a shopping district area.
are there any musicians playing?
There is not currently.
Okay, then I'm just gonna look around and kind of take in the sights a bit, see if I find anything remotely interesting, sort of cultural things.
What are you looking for specifically? There's lots of interesting things.
Maybe like jewelry, or like I'm just kind of sort of window shopping, I guess. I don't know what kind of marketplace this is, but
okay, yeah, you can easily find a jewelry stand, shop, stall.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of examining things, just kind of to pass time, because this is a new place for me. I'm just getting used to the area.
Okay. As you're all kind of doing your own thing. Oh, Enak, sorry, what are you doing?
He's momentarily feeling a little left out since everybody seems to be enjoying the elixir. So he's like, well, okay. And then he's gonna look. Can he see his companion?
Yes, nearby, kind of selling off some of the harvest to one of the local inns. The balls. What's it called? It's called the Ball Inn. No, selling some of the wares to the Shaded Bow Inn, the more like reputable inn in the city. Very expensive, so a lot of the harvest gets sold there. So he's selling off some like sausages and some grains and whatnot.
Little gnome, Vinlock, hello. He's gonna like kind of try to find the gnome now, keeping an eye, like a peripheral, on his companion. He's gonna go trying to find where that gnome ran off to.
Boop, 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 boop. Yes. He's
gonna like not try to like loom over him. He's gonna like stand back a little bit, like maybe slouch his shoulders.
Are you in need of any locks?
Yeah. My companion, Bertrand, he has a house, and I think he could use a new lock. I don't know if he has a lock actually.
Oh, that is quite the shame. Everyone should have some locks.
Yeah. You have some?
Well, unfortunately, I also have been on the hunt for a blacksmith of the area, but I'm actually just got into town, So,
I could show you.
really? That would be very great. Thank you.
Yeah, and he's gonna like lower himself just a little bit and like offer his hand for like a handshake.
Oh, yes.
Enak,
Is this how it is done?
just kind of grabs, encompasses the entire gnome hand and gives it a slight little shake.
Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Oh,
And you were Enak.
yeah, yes, yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Okay, he's gonna call over his shoulder. Bertrand, I'm going to the blacksmith.
Okay.
That's Bertrand. All right, this way, and he's gonna head toward.
Nice to meet you, Bertrand.
What?
So long.
Bertrand looks like a very elderly, old man. Not frail by any means. He looks built like he's a farmer, so he's got muscle tone and everything. He just looks very old. Most likely looks like he's in his 70s, early 70s. But he's built, very muscular, and tanned from just days out in the field.
So, where are we going?
To the blacksmith, right?
Yeah, yes, where is that?
Oh, it's this way, and he's gonna head toward the blacksmith.
Alright. The two of you start walking off towards the blacksmith. Talindra, you get to the jeweler. It's like a dwarf, very heavily bearded, but the beard is heavily braided with different jewels and gems. And they look up at you and they're like, "Hello."
Hello. I'm just browsing, if you don't mind.
Alright.
I'm just looking at all of the stuff and
Yeah, very well crafted jewels. There's like tiaras, there's rings, there's all sorts of jewels. It all looks very, very expensive. Deastok is a very affluent place. There's a lot of rich people here.
okay.
Anything strike your fancy?
I'm just sort of scrutinizing everything and little details. Thank you, but I think I'll move on. And I just sort of this is like an open marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just sort of going
So there's
between places.
there's stalls and whatnot, but there's also like actual shops set up too.
Okay, I'm just going between the stalls then I'm mostly just sort of wandering, trying to think of what to do next.
Okay.
Sort of looking for places, any kind of thing that seems particularly interesting.
Sure.
Interesting sort of city landmark or anything like that.
Alrighty. That'll bring us back to Lindak. You get back to the stables, and the stable master's there, kind of doing some things and feeding some of the horses that are there.
Master Stable Master. Any luck on finding a purchaser for my mare?
Not yet.
Oh,
But I have someone coming to look on the morrow.
well, I'm okay for one more night at the Shaded Bow.
Oh, the Shaded Bow. Interesting. Very good place to sleep. Very good, very good. Yes, I have somebody coming to look on the morrow.
All right, I shall be back on the morrow. Thank you for taking care of my rides.
Yes, not at all.
And I will actually head back out. Is it near to the blacksmith?
Yeah, this is all kind of in the same district. So you start
All right.
wandering off to the blacksmith.
Yeah, I'm just going to look around. I'm pretty much out of money, not quite, but
Okay. Alright. Yeah, you start approaching the blacksmith and you can see nearby this Goliath and a little gnome kind of at his
I
side.
recognize them.
Yeah, as two of the others that were pointed out in the crowd by the strange potion merchant.
Lindak would nod to them as he sees them. Gentlemen?
Oh, why, hello.
Vinlock, I remember. Is that correct?
Yes, and you are Lindak, correct?
I'm Lindak, yes. And Enak.
Yeah, Enak. Do you need something from the blacksmith as well?
Not really. I'm trying to sell my horse. Or one of my horses. I have an extra. You guys wouldn't be interested in buying a horse, would you?
How big is it?
It's horse-sized.
Yeah, probably not.
I think I might be a little too big for that horse.
Yeah. Well, it is a war horse, but it's... Yeah,
well, maybe I could then. I don't know.
My partner that I lost, it was his, and he was about my size. It may be a little small for you, but I know it would hold you. It would definitely carry you. It's a very strong horse.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. And he
Thank you.
almost
I am-
instinctively reaches up, but then drops his hand, almost absentmindedly. The blacksmith though, Vinlock. Yeah, and he's gonna shuffle his way in.
So what can you tell me about this blacksmith?
What would I know about? What would Enak know about the blacksmith?
It's your standard blacksmith. Doesn't deal in magical armor and stuff. Standard blacksmith. Not relatively priced, because again, very affluent society, so he's more on the expensive end, but he makes very good craft. His name is Dieter, and he is a very, very burly, greasy, just because of being in the forge all day, human. Very blunt, but yeah, very expensive.
I hope you're gonna try to lean down. I hope you have money. I hope you have gold.
I have a little bit of traveling coin.
Hey, well there you go. I'll be right here.
Oh. Well, wouldn't you like to introduce me? Perhaps? Maybe put in a word.
Oh, I don't know him like that. I just know of him.
Well, isn't this awkward? Off I go. And he opens up the door and goes inside.
You open up the door and you go inside, and you see this, again, burly but rotund human male, very bald, covered in burn scars from the forge. His hand, you can even see his large hand. His hands are the size of your head almost. They're very heavily calloused, and he's stretching a piece of breastplate, red hot breastplate. He's kind of stretching it over like an anvil. And he's not wearing gloves. His hands are so callous he can just work the hot material somehow with his just bare hands. He's just like, greetings, little man.
That's very impressive. Hey, I don't know if you've heard of my name yet. My name is Vinlock Feldspar.
No.
No, well, I am opening a shop called the Click and the Clack down the street.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I am a locksmith by trade. And I need a blacksmith that I can count on.
I'm accountable in other things.
Excellent. And he'll pull out this big blueprint
Okay.
of lock design. And so in order to hide the nature of it, since this is a very secretive design by him, he has a couple extra pieces to kind of mask the true nature of the lock.
Okay.
So he's gonna put this out in front of this guy and see what he says.
What do you make of this? Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, Yeah, I can do lots of things, pretty much anything. I fashion the armor for most of the Crown's Guard here in the city. I've yet to meet a task I could not complete.
Well, are any of these finer parts going to be an issue?
He kind of pulls out a pair of glasses and puts them on, and kind of leans down and close to the blueprint. A little tricky, but I don't see any issue.
Okay. When he bends down to read that, can Vinlock tell if he happened to see anything out of place within the lock design?
Insight check.
Okay. I'll just do it here. 12.
12? Not that you can really pick up or tell.
Okay. All right, well, seeing the complexity and the nature of this arrangement, well, what would it cost me to ask you to prepare different types of locks contextually to people's security needs?
Well, we could do, let's see. With this kind of work, a lot of fine details. I'd say 5 gold per lock. And you know, if it gets to the point where you're using my services a lot and you need a lot of locks, I think we could make some sort of arrangement, some sort of deal.
All right. So Justin, what was the price that Vinlock was paying in Hupperduke when he was selling his locks there? What was the blacksmith's price there?
Probably way less than that.
Yeah.
Because, affluent society.
I'll have to increase the price of my locks. But you look very skilled, so...
I am, and if you want a bit of advice, if you're going to be selling your locks here in Deastok, making business in Deastok, a lot of affluent citizens here, a lot of people with rich in the coin, rich in the pocket.
So I shouldn't need to worry too much then.
You might want to boost your prices up a bit, and he kind of gives you a sly smile. A lot of the people here aren't too keen, if you know what I mean. Meaning...
I can tell we are going to be good business partners.
Some of the folks here, you can easily, kind of like leans in close, overcharge.
Excellent. And what was your name again? I'm terribly sorry.
Dieter.
Dieter, I am Vinlock Feldspar.
Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna write that name down.
The click and the clack, you said.
Yes.
Do you have like a stall, like a shop or anything? Have you rented land?
Right now, it is just a kind of locked up bicycle on a tree at the edge of town with a sign. But I'm working on it.
Well, if things get going a little better, I think we could rent out a little area here, and you could maybe even sell upstairs. We got room upstairs. You can maybe, at some point, if the business is worthwhile, we can maybe give you a place upstairs to do some stuff.
That actually sounds very agreeable.
Wonderful.
I have some people to thank for introducing me to you, so if you don't mind, I will make the rounds and return to the town, see what else I can learn.
All right.
Thank you, Dieter.
You're welcome. Thank you. And he goes back
And he
just grabbing the hot breastplate and just working it.
And Vinlock grabs his blueprints, kind of looks around,
Okay.
tightens it a bit. puts it in his pack and starts to walk out.
All right, you go outside and you see Enak and Lindak outside. What are you guys doing while Mr. Gnome is inside the blacksmithy?
What are you from? Where are you from, Linda?
Azozan.
I've never been there.
How about you? Where are you from?
A little bit of all over. I came from the Oathmore, that area, the other side of the mountains.
What brings you here?
Well, Bertrand. I found a friend in Bertrand, and so
Your friend Bertrand, he is a local.
yes, he's a farmer. He does. I assist him with his goods, and though strong and heart, I think he needed the extra, and he kind of does like a little flex.
Yes, the muscles.
Right.
You're a very muscly guy.
Well, thank you. And he kind of smiles big.
It was not a compliment, just a statement of fact.
Oh, okay. Well, I preferred it as a compliment, but
Then you
Okay.
may take it as a compliment.
well, now it lost its meaning. So, what are you? You lost your friend. What brought you?
I'm
This
in,
way.
I'm in search of something that was stolen. I thought I had found the person who stole it.
And your
It was a
companion?
grand fight. He killed my partner before I got him, but turns out he did not have what I was looking for.
Oh. Did you tracked it here, or was it?
No, that was pretty much the end of that trail. I have just come in this direction hoping to pick up news.
Well, it's. What are you looking for exactly? Maybe I've heard of it. Maybe I could ask Bertrand.
I'm sure that whoever has it would not be. It will be a hard search for me. In the meantime, I am looking for a way to make some money. I have my friend's horse. I'm hoping to sell so I can live for a bit longer. This is a very expensive town.
Yeah, that's why I lucky to have Bertrand's
You
home.
are.
It's very accommodating.
I'm staying at the Shaded Bow, and it's quite expensive. I came with some money, and I found some along the way doing a couple of odd jobs, but I need some more money, gold, and I don't suppose your friend has an extra job, does he?
I could introduce you, and you could see maybe he knows other farmers that could use some hands. You look capable.
Interesting. I have never done farm work before. You don't do much farm work living in the palace.
The palace.
A palace. Not the palace.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's an impressive statement.
And as you guys are talking, the front doors of the blacksmith kind of swing open, and out comes Vinlock.
Oh,
And you see him with like kind of a hand mirror, and you see him looking at himself, and you see like a bit of what could be soot, and you see him wipe, and then rub his hands a little, put it back, and then clap the mirror shut, put it in his back pocket.
Well, any other sights to see in this city?
Did you get what you needed?
Yes, established relations. Got a good idea of what he's all about.
And the locks?
In due time. First, I will need some patrons. Some people to make locks for.
Yep. I asked you for one. It's one.
That's right. You did. What is it for? What is your lock for?
Bertrand has a barn.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. A barn doors. I'm gonna get big chain and padlock.
So traditional padlock then.
Well, if you have a special one, it would make it harder to.
The best would probably be if you didn't have to deal with chains.
Oh.
Chains can be easily broken or cut.
That's a valid point.
And while that does make a ruckus, it takes much more of a ruckus to chop down a door.
Oh, you
if the
deal
lock
in
is tight.
you deal in door locks.
Embedded.
Oh, Bertrand has a door to his home, so that could work, right?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so there's one lock you have.
All right. Well. Okay.
And he'll go in there. He'll take a mental note, and then pop his head back in.
How big is it? The door. Can you use your hands? Just do one of these.
He's
Like
gonna
this?
on
Like
his.
this?
Oh, you meant like the where the door, the latch essentially, or the.
Yeah, like
What you got there right now? Is it just a little knob, or a little pull handle?
A knob.
Knob.
A knob. Yeah,
Sure.
a knob. Yeah.
All right, so it's already got some mechanisms in place. I don't really know what those look like, but as long as should be doable.
he goes back in and just lays out an order with the specifications to Dieter,
All right.
and throws down 5 gold.
He just scoops it all and goes, all right, should be ready by tomorrow.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
He nods and continues bending the breastplate. Talindra, you kind of see these 3 individuals, a gnome, an Aasimar, and a Goliath, kind of talking near the one stall you've kind of shifted to. It's the stall's got like nice, very elegant silks, and behind the stall is this older woman, very wrinkly, very suntanned, and she's just knitting at the stall. And Vinlock eventually comes back out, and you guys continue your conversation. But yeah, Talindra, you see this older woman just spinning on this, not a machine, she's just kind of like knitting and whatnot.
Excuse me. How much for this here?
What?
How much for this here?
Which one?
This one, and I just pull I don't know, some sort of silk garment.
150 gold.
150 for this?
Yes, it's very fine craftsmanship.
I've seen finer.
Well, then you can fuck off. And she goes back to sewing.
I sort of move on. I look around and I kind of sigh, and I'm like, this is not going the way I hoped it would.
And as you're kind of like just sitting there, there's an alley nearby, and you hear someone violently retching in the alleyway. Everyone kind of hears it. Just, oh, fucking Christ! Just.
I sort of move to where I can see What's going on? Who is it? Does it look like?
It looks like one of the Crown's Guard, and they're kind of like bent over a barrel and just vomiting violently in the barrel, and there's blood all over the barrel. Looks like they're vomiting up blood. They're just like, oh god. Someone help. Oh Christ.
I sort of go up to him sort of squeamishly. What exactly is going on?
I don't know. Oh god.
Do you need some water?
No, water's not staying down. And as you look at him, his face is extremely pale, and the veins in his face are very noticeable and bright pink. Like, just very noticeable. He's like, oh god, and his eyes are very bloodshot. He's just like, oh! And you guys kind of see that the drow from before kind of dip down the alleyway towards the guy, just screaming.
The drow from before, that's That's
you.
Oh.
We see you.
I thought you were talking about a different drow.
No,
I was like...
they see you.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, fuck. And he pukes more blood up. This time the blood kind of splatters all over your feet.
I'm gonna start doing detect magic.
Alright. You don't detect any.
I don't know which gods you're praying to, but they don't seem to be working.
He looks over at the edge of the alley and he sees like this little gnome peeking around.
Lindak is going to head for him too.
Okay.
What can I do? Is there anything I can do to help you?
I think I've been poisoned.
Oh, and Enak hears that and kind of trots over, and he reaches in underneath his like.
And he just retches more vomit out onto Talindra's feet, just all over, just splashes into the alley, just.
He like steps back and.
I'm gonna grab him, and I'm gonna do lay on hands. So I'm gonna pump the 5 hit points
you
to
do
neutralize
that,
poison.
You can kind of see that the veins like go back to their normal color and disappear. The eyes stop being bloodshot, and this color starts to come back to his skin. He like wipes the blood off his mouth and goes, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Lindak looks at Enak and says, "Well, that was
you would
impressive."
see a small trail of blood coming from his eye, and he like wipes it.
Thank you.
No worries. Are you? What? Was it something you ate?
I don't know. Ever since well, my food was fine. It's the same food I eat every day. Sausage and onions for breakfast.
Hearty.
And then, the only thing I had to drink today was that potion from that salesman.
Oh, shit.
Those
shit!
traveling salesmen are never any good.
Oh shit!
How many?
And he runs off.
Okay.
Did you say this guy was dressed as a guard?
He was in a guard's uniform, like the Crown's guard uniform. You saw him as you would kind of recognize him as one of the individuals who went up to the stall and drank one of those elixirs. And he runs off.
Does anybody remember what the others looked like? There has to be
numerous townsfolk and numerous Crown's guard were drinking the potions. About 15 in total.
If we listen around, do we hear more of this retching vomiting coming from other directions?
Perception checks for everyone, if everyone's trying to listen in.
First roll, and it's a natural 1.
Oh wow!
Nice. You're too busy just like dealing with the
I'm
vomit
so
that's soaked
disgusted
on.
right
Yeah.
now.
All right. Enoch, what'd you get?
15.
Lindak.
Dirty 20.
Vinlock.
Nice.
I got a lot of axe. 18.
All right. The three of you hear more vomiting coming, maybe a couple hundred meters to the left, towards what looks like a general store, like herbs and spices and supplies and stuff like that. There's vomiting coming from inside, very audible, and people are kind of like gathered around, like looking at the store. Someone comes rushing out, covered in blood, just like, oh, disgusting, like prestidigitating themselves as they run away.
I don't have any other means of. I figured he was.
I have healing. I can't do anything to deal with poison.
the person that ran by,
Yeah.
covered in blood and like completely distracted.
Yeah.
Did they look affluent in any way?
Oh yeah.
And how close were they getting to us?
Running right past you guys.
Yeah, he's gonna try to see if there's anything on him.
Sleight of hand check.
All right.
Just
Pat, 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 pat.
They're very distracted. Do I get anything
yeah,
for
with
that?
advantage because there's also like the crowd kind of around it. Yeah, sure.
Very nice.
Let's see. So that is a 16.
16. They seem distracted enough, and you just grab their coin purse and go snip.
Mm-hmm. And I would do it so that my current company doesn't notice either.
All right, what's
That's the idea. I'm like putting myself between them.
All right, cool.
Enak's not paying attention.
Yeah, so yeah, you get it. You kind of get their coin purse.
Shit. Enak's gonna run
And
over
there
to
is
the
currently
next.
25 gold pieces in it.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
snip.
Enak's gonna run to the house that has
The general
or
store?
the building. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get to the general store, and then you hear, as soon as you get to the door, you hear a blood-curdling scream from inside.
Oh, jeez.
Lindak's with Enak.
Can he open the door? Swing the door open?
Yeah, you swing the door open, and you see the a kind of human male, very fit, slumped over the counter. You can see kind of in a corner of the general store what looks to be probably his wife and his kids huddled and screaming, and you can see the tavern owner with his bare hands just clawing at his face and ripping it off in chunks and screaming, just and then ripping his face off.
Can he run over and try to restrain
Yeah, we'll do a contested.
this
Contested
tavern owner?
Yeah, contested athletics.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. Hopefully.
Alrighty. That is a 9.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Yeah, so you
15
run
plus
over,
5.
you just like wrap your arms around him. He's still like trying to claw at his face, but he can't reach, and he's just like. And
Is he the only one that seems to be reacting like this violently?
yeah, in the general store, yeah, he's just squirming, just like.
Lindak,
Yes.
grab my rope, and he's gonna like shift to reveal like his backpack, which how he kind of angles it. You can see that to his like a strap to his back, he has, which would have been hidden by the large cloak, is a shield, and underneath that is sitting a large. The head of the whatever item this is or weapon is wrapped in a cloth, but it's kind of hanging, and then his backpack would be a little bit lower to kind of make shift for that. But he would shift around, holding this.
I think the rope's probably on the outside of the backpack.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Grab it. Hand it to you. What would you need? I guess you're grappling. I can't hand it to you.
Let me go!
Uh,
And his face is completely torn off. Like there's no face left. It's just bloodied flesh. He's just like.
are you good with rope?
Yeah, not bad. And it kind of whips it around the guy a few times, and puts his arms, ties the guy's arms to his side, and you can let go of him, I believe now.
Gonna kind of almost test it. He's gonna relax a bit to see.
Okay.
if
As soon
the
as you
rope-
relax, he swings his head back to headbutt you.
Oof.
Does a 12 hit?
Mm-mm.
So he hits you in the forehead with his head, but it's not enough force to like hurt you at all. He's like, doof. Ah! He's like screaming and going berserk, almost like he's rabid. And Vinlock and Talindra, are you guys like running to the general store too, or no?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
have followed them.
Okay, so you guys burst and you see this whole ordeal going down. This guy like restrained, trying to headbutt Enak.
Can Enak attempt to? He's gonna attempt to hit the guy to knock him out, like in the back of the head.
Wait, but before he
Like-
does that,
Like,
could I? No, actually, you said it.
yeah,
first.
he's just gonna try. As the dude try to go back, Enok's like, "Oh no," and tries to like.
Cool. Unarmed
literally-
strike with advantage because you guys restrained him with rope.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's 17 and a 13. 17 plus 5 is
Oh, that
23.
that hits. You just crack him in the base of the skull. Roll damage. What's your unrestrect damage?
4.
He's 4 hit points because he's a commoner. Instantly unconscious. Just cracked. And he just drops, slumps onto the counter. Just.
Checks for a pulse.
There is a pulse. It's very faint.
Okay.
And he's got the same. Well, you can't see the veins in his face because he
Right.
peeled it off. But his eyes, because he can't close his eyes either because there's no eyelids.
Yeah.
So they're just wide open eyes. Bloodshot.
He's gonna tie the rope a little bit tighter, and he's gonna heave him over his shoulder.
Blood just oozing down your back.
That's fine. It's down the cloak. It's okay.
What did you guys do to this fella?
You can see pieces of face all over the lip and eyelids on the countertop.
It's looking pretty grim for you.
We didn't do this. And he looks to the family
No,
of the wife and the child.
he went crazy, tried stabbing us, and then he started ripping his face off. And then these two came in and restrained him and subdued him.
Is there a healer of some sort around we could take him to?
You'd have to go to the Temple of Bahamut in the city.
Okay, well,
How far would that be?
let's go. We'll pick up any others that we find like this.
It's relatively not close to here.
What's your husband's name?
Russell.
Oh, he's
All
on
right.
the counter, isn't he? Or is the tavern owner the
No, it's
Russell?
general store owner. It's Russell.
Okay.
It's
thought there was-
it's 2 blocks south of here.
All right. Can we? What do you think, Enoch? You want to head over to Bahamut's temple, see if they will help this poor person?
Yes. Are you gonna? Yeah. And he's gonna start walking out.
Okay.
Duck underneath the door.
How does this family look? Like, obviously they're shaken and everything, but they own a general store. Are they doing all right?
They're doing fine.
Okay.
And Enak and Lindak just leave with the general store owner on Enok's shoulder.
I'm gonna follow since I'm already in this. It seems
Oh, this is very exciting.
it's disgusting.
Quite.
Yes. It's a lot of blood.
Just blood. It washes out.
I'm just like looking at the bottom of my dress. It's like covered in vomit.
Yeah. And it's not like, pardon my description, chunky vomit. It's just blood that was vomited.
Yeah,
out.
I know, but it's still,
Yeah.
still not great.
So he's gonna essentially be walking pretty steadfast. He's listening too. He's keeping an eye.
Anyone who's listening out, perception checks as you guys are making your way towards the dragon's altar where
Right.
the temple of
Listening
Bahamut.
to see if we hear more of this.
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Oh, that's worse.
Why?
Lindak doesn't hear anything.
Enak, would you get?
21.
21. Lindak,
6.
6. Okay. Vinlock.
23.
Talindra.
22.
Thanks.
Everyone but Lindak hears more screaming and vomiting coming from a cluster of the stalls, and you hear stabbing sounds and people screaming. But you can make out a crowd dispersing, and people are you can hear the sounds of metal stabbing flesh.
Friends, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere doing this one by one.
We do them all. Yeah, we collect. Right? Get as many as we can to the temple all at one go.
How many people can you carry? I might be able to manage one.
And
At
as the
least
crowd
2.
starts to disperse, you see apologies. You see 6 Crownsguard, faces peeled off and just stabbing away at citizens with their spears.
Oh my.
And they're screaming and
Oh,
blood's
Lindak is gonna
oozing out of
rush
their
right
mouths, and
over
they're just
there.
stabbing into citizens.
Vinlock's gonna take his bow out and just
Yeah.
non-lethally, but he's still going for to
Lindak's
catch him by
going in there
surprise.
trying to separate these people. Get away from me.
Alright, so Vinlock make an attack roll, and then everyone's gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay. It's 9
Okay. To hit or
to hit.
it doesn't hit?
Yeah.
Just. But so everybody roll initiative. Alrighty. Enak, what'd you get for initiative?
15.
Lindak.
12.
12?
12, yeah.
Vinlock.
13.
And Talindra.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Talindra, you're first. You see these citizens just getting stabbed by spears. Vinlock lets loose an arrow. It misses, unfortunately. And the guards are just stabbing into citizens. You see that old woman at the silk stall get a spear right through the forehead. Just...
Okay, I'll pick one that looks like it's about to strike, and I'll hold person.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw for him.
13.
17.
So what is that? It just did not work at all?
Nothing happens.
Great. Okay, what are my bonus actions? Let me check. Who's already in the fight? It's Vinlock and...
Vinlock's the only one who started the fight. He shot an arrow. And
Okay,
then there's a bunch of citizens around.
Okay, I'm going to take out my violin and do a little like doo-doo-doo, and I'm gonna inspire Vinlock.
Okay. I think it's a D4 right now. From
It's a D6.
D6. Okay. Anything else?
No, maybe I'll move within melee range of whichever one is closest.
It'd be the one who just impaled the old lady through the forehead.
Okay. I'll just move. Actually, I'll say that for next turn. I'll stay where I am for now.
The one who stabbed the old lady through the head, who just dodged an arrow, pulls the spear out of the old lady. She kind of just slumps backwards from her stall, and he's gonna rush towards Vinlock and make an attack with a spear, two-handed.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Oh man. There we go.
I didn't... Alright, I'll have to ask how far away I am from things from now on. 2
piercing damage. He just kind of gets you, like grazes the spear blade across your shoulder. Just you get the idea he's not used to fighting gnomes. And that'll bring it to another guard who's about 20 feet away, who's gonna grab their spear and huck it at Talindra.
Okay.
Oop, that will not hit. I bet that's a 10 to hit.
Nope.
So the spear kind of embeds itself in a wall of a nearby business, just slunk into the wood. And that'll bring us to Enak.
He's going to set the guy down.
Okay.
And then close. He's going to grab his 2 hand axes and he's going to fling one at the one that's engaged with Vinlock.
Alright, make an attack roll. You just throw a hand axe at this guard.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay. What's that? 1d6. 9 slashing.
Oh, yeah, just embeds into his chest, just and he spurts out a big volley of blood all over Vinlock as he gets hit, just into the sternum, and that guard drops to his knees, still alive but on his knees, just.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action, 2 weapon fighting, so he has the other one, and he's gonna fling that other one at.
Sure.
Not the one that's engaged with. Is there one that would be the one that's on that threw something at?
Yeah, that one's about 20 feet away.
Yeah, if he needs to get closer to the one that threw it at Talindra, he will.
You don't use it.
As he. Okay, yeah, he'll throw
Okay.
that one. Oh, that's a dirty 20, 15 plus 5.
Yeah, that hits. Just sinks into the shoulder. Just.
And this doesn't get my.
No modifier. It's just a dice. Yep.
Yeah, that's 4.
Nice. Both of those guards are looking pretty hurt. Just one sinks into the sternum, one sinks into the one's shoulder. Anything else?
That's gonna be it.
Okay. Oops, did not mean to open that.
Oh wait, can I move can I engage with the one that is by Vinlock?
Yes.
Okay.
And that'll bring us to Vinlock. There's one of these crowns guard directly in front of you, and then Enak. You see Enak throw 2 hand axes, and then it gets up beside you.
And I'll just like, thanks.
And book it. Bonus action, disengage.
Yep.
25 feet, turn around, and then fire the short bow for non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Yikes. And I think I will use the D6 that was gifted unto me of inspiration.
Okay.
Okay. 15 to hit.
15 just misses.
Okay.
Just brings it to shield,
That's
and
my turn.
arrow sinks into the shield. Okay, that'll bring it to Lindak.
How far away are they?
20 feet.
All right. I will pull out my long sword and travel to the closest one.
Which would be the one that Enak is with. Yeah, so you move to the closest one. That's the one that's standing beside
And
Enak.
I don't knock him out. Like sides and instead of you head.
All right, make an attack roll. And you said you're not going to knock him out. You're going lethal, or?
No, non-lethal. I want to
Okay.
use the flat of my sword.
All right, make an attack roll.
Uh, 19 plus 4, 23.
That hits as you bring the flat of your sword to the side of this guard's head.
Eight points of damage.
That guard is knocked unconscious. Just crack, and their helmet kind of crumples in a little bit, and they just drop to the ground unconscious.
And that's my turn.
Okay. One of these guards is going to advance on you, Lindak, and go to make a stabby attack against you for a 12 to hit.
Miss. Up with the shield.
Spear glances off the shield. Another one of these guards is going to throw a spear at Enak. For a natural 1, the spear just goes wide and embeds into one of the shop signs, and the shop sign kind of just shakes back violently as this spear just sinks into it. Another guard is going to rush up to Enak and make an attack roll for a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. For 3 piercing damage. Just stabs you in the stomach. Just.
Oof.
And then the final guard is going to attack a commoner. Hits a commoner and just stabs the commoner through the sternum and kills a commoner. Bringing it back to the top with Talindra.
Okay, I'm going to go for the one that just killed the commoner,
Sure.
and I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
So that's Wisdom 13.
8.
Okay, so that target is now prone and incapacitated and unable to stand.
Okay, so he just drops to the ground laughing hysterically while
Yeah.
he has no face. Just blood streaming from the wounds, and he's just laughing hysterically.
Okay,
Indeed hideous.
Yeah.
yes.
Very hideous.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'll do another little lick with my violin, and I'll inspire Lindak this time.
All right, Linda, you get a D6 of inspiration. That'll bring it to the guard that has an axe in his shoulder. He's gonna look over at, and this is the one that threw a spear. So it's just gonna run up to Enak and just go unarmed strike and go to punch Enak in the chin. For a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take
I
1
don't-
bludgeoning damage. He just punches you in the chin. Just crack. And that'll bring it to you, Enak. Enoch.
Hey, he's going to. Now he's going to take out his shield and his Morning Star, and he's going to just bring it around to the guy that just cracked him. He's going to go. Yeah, he's going to bring it around and try to hit the guy to knock him out. The one that just hit him in the
Alright.
face.
Make an
punched
attack
him.
roll.
Jeez. That's a 17 to hit.
17 hits. So you swing the Morning Star and you're aiming for a knockout blow. So you swing up and catch him in the ribs with it. Roll damage.
That's 9 damage.
9 damage. That takes him out as well, unconscious. Just drops to the ground. There's an audible crack sound as you like dent in the breastplate, and or the chain that he's wearing, and he just drops to the ground.
And he's gonna turn and yeah, he's gonna let out like a sharp whistle, like a high whistle, try to get the attention of these crazed people toward him.
All right, Vinlock.
Of the people that are freaking,
Yeah.
we'll call them freakers for now. They are any of them engaged with party members?
Not party members, but they're currently actually. 1 second. One ran up to Enak and stabbed him in the chest. So there's one in front of Enak still.
Okay.
2 of them threw spears and missed, so they're still about 20. They're still like a distance away. And then one of them is on the ground laughing hysterically after having just murdered having just murdered a citizen.
All right, the one on Enak then. So
Yeah.
Enak had 2 of them on him.
Yeah, he just knocked one
Okay.
unconscious.
All right, and is there any cover nearby?
People, stalls, all sorts, crates.
Yeah, I will do a bonus action hide
Okay.
to kind of take
Cool.
cover.
Stealth check.
All right. That's an 18.
18. Yeah, you dip behind whatever you want to hide behind.
All right, and then using that, I will fire on the one in front of Enak.
All right, go for it with advantage.
Actually, no, I'll fire on one of the ones in the back,
Right,
beyond him.
with advantage.
Yeah.
And again, non-lethal.
Yes,
Okay,
non-lethal.
sure.
So I'll be aiming for like, kind of the vital part of someone's thigh meat.
Yeah, knees. Yeah.
One that might have him lose blood very slowly, but like make
Yeah.
him slow for
Okay,
sure.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So roll damage and multiply it because we're not doing my critical rules anymore. We're just doing raw critical. So yeah,
right.
max, roll damage and then multiply it.
Okay. Multiply the rolled or
Yeah, multiply the rolled and then add the modifier at the end.
okay.
So you never multiply the
Oh.
modifier. You just multiply the dice and then add the modifier at the end.
6 damage
6 damage. All right.
for
The downside
the
of
Roll a
critical.
one.
the downside.
I
of
rolled a 1.
the downside of the raw critical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the arrow slams in. Actually, we'll say you can do roll multiply or roll twice. Whatever you want to do.
Oh wait, I have my sneak attack damage.
Correct.
So,
So there's still sneak
That's
attack,
double
right.
too.
yeah.
Yeah, sneak attack
so,
is also doubled. So 6
Yeah.
6 plus whatever.
6 plus 18
Oof.
because I rolled 9 for
All right.
that.
So she loses this arrow, and it kind of hits a kneecap in a very vital spot, and you can kind of see the guards. The guard looks like they're about to advance. Arrow slammed in their kneecap, and you see their leg twist at a weird angle as the arrow hits it. Maybe breaks something in there, and they drop to the ground like a sack of potatoes, unconscious. Not unconscious, yeah. Just
Like picking a lock at long range.
all right. Anything else? Action, bonus action, movement.
I used my bonus action at the beginning of my turn to hide.
Correct.
Became exposed at the end of my turn firing,
Correct.
And that's where my turn ends.
Alrighty, that'll bring it to...
Hopefully being at least half cover behind something,
yes.
like a stall.
And most of these guards have thrown their spears away anyway. And that'll bring it to Lindak.
All right, how close I am to anybody? I know there's an unconscious one at my feet.
I believe you got up beside Enak. There's one still in front of Enak that is conscious still.
Alright.
That punched Enak.
Same thing.
Punched Enak. No, this one has a spear still.
Well, I'm going to whack him upside the head with my sword.
Go for it.
Non-lethal.
Go for it.
Guess a 6 doesn't hit.
No, he just kind of looks at you and like just ducks out of the way.
Yeah, I think
But you have inspiration, but I don't think it'll work. No.
So that wouldn't be enough.
Inspiration
that
wouldn't
would
be
only
enough.
give me.
No.
I'm good.
Okay. That'll bring it to the guard you just tried to swing at, who's just going to go to stab you, Lindak.
All right.
For a 14 to hit.
That misses.
So just
Shield again.
into your shield. That'll bring it to one who's still far away, who has no spear. He's going to advance on you and go to punch you in the chin, Lindak. For an 18 to hit.
That hits.
So you take 1 bludgeoning damage. He just cracks you in the jaw.
Oh, you little.
And then that brings us to the one laughing hysterically on the ground. Does he get to make a save at the end of his turn?
Let me check.
I could just...
At the end of each turn, yeah.
Yep, it's cool. Wisdom save. 2!
So it's
So
still
this-
laughing.
And blood just streaming from where he peeled his own face off.
Gross.
And that brings us to back to Talindra.
I have a question.
Totally.
Can I dual wield with a rapier, or is it finesse?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a one-handed
So-
weapon, so yes.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put away my violin, and I'm gonna take out my rapier and my dagger,
Okay.
and I'm gonna run towards the closest one to me.
Sure. That'd be the one that's beside Enak. There's 2 beside Enak and Lindak.
Okay, I'll go to the one near Enak then,
Okay.
and I am going to attack.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
My rapier. That's 17 to hit.
17 hits. You rush
Nice.
forward with your rapier and just... Are you also going non-lethal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going on lethal. That's 6 damage.
Alright, so you stab into this guard's, like, abdomen. And he's like, ugh!
Okay, still up.
Yep.
And then it's my dagger.
Yep, so if it's two weapon fighting, you just roll the dice, you don't add the modifier to the attack. For the damage, I mean.
Oh, for the second one?
Yep.
So it's just my basic roll?
So you roll your d20, add all your fun stuff, and then
Yeah.
if you hit, you just roll straight damage dice.
Okay, I see.
No modifiers on the damage, yeah.
Okay, so that was another 17
Yeah,
to
so you
hit.
stab with the dagger, and stab with the rapier, and then stab with the dagger.
Okay.
The rapier
And
goes in the
that's-
abdomen, and the dagger you kind of like rake across the back of their knee.
Yeah, that's 4.
4.
Nice.
Oh, just barely. He's barely standing with 1 hit point.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Enak. There's a guard in front of you. You can see
Okay.
he got stabbed in the abdomen with a rapier, and then a dagger raked across his the back of his knee.
This will be
maybe
fun.
severing a tendon, and he's just like barely trying to stand in front of you. He's like on the verge of
So-
unconsciousness.
He's gonna bring the Morning Star around to hit the one that engaged with Lindak, that hit Lindak.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
Yeah.
14 is 19.
19 hits.
Okay, and that is what a D something. Where is it? D8. Oh wow. 7 plus 5 is 13. No, 12.
12. Yeah, he was at full health, and he's just like grinning at you, blood dripping across his teeth, and you just crack him with the Morning Star, and he gets laid out unconscious.
Okay. Action surge,
Yeah.
and he's just gonna bring the shield. Essentially, he's gonna do an unarmed strike with his shield, try to hit the other guy that
for it.
has 1 hit point.
Make an unarmed strike with the shield. Just
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
hits. Yeah.
And that's 4.
So you bring the shield up and you crack him just below the left, like under the chin, and you can hear it. Like you can hear a crack in the jaw as you break his jaw, and he just drops to the ground unconscious. And there is the one still laughing, but because we're still in combat technically. So
Yeah.
anything else?
He's gonna approach. He's gonna stow his morning star, and he's gonna try to approach as he's going to grab for a rope to tie up this
Okay.
laughing guard.
Vinlock.
I would have gotten in range if I could have too.
Yeah, you
like
can.
I would have been like
you have enough
no
movement to
problem.
get. You have enough movement to get to him.
How close is the prone person?
To you,
Yeah.
25 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to him then. Pull
Okay.
out a short sword.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm going to. What was he attacking other people with?
A spear.
Is the spear anywhere near him?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to pretty much he's not going to try cutting the arm off or anything. He's going to try and stab like through the 2 forearm bones and just kind of pry it.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage. Because he's prone and incapacitated. So because he's incapacitated, yeah, never mind. That doesn't make any difference. Yeah, disadvantage because he's prone and incapacitated.
All right. Okay, so that's that, and okay, 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Yeah. Whoops.
Which is good because he would have had advantage on the saving throw against
Yeah, he would have had
hideous
his-
laughter. But he probably would have been also
Yeah.
taken out though.
Because of
Yeah.
sneak attack. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's just laughing, and it kind of disturbs you a little bit, and you just miss a little.
Yeah. He's just like, stop moving.
Anything else?
Let's see. I should use. Sure. I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I'll use insightful fighting on this guy.
Okay.
Just in case it comes back to my turn again.
Okay.
I'll just make an insight check contested by his deception check to gain advantage indefinitely.
Okay. So I do that right now.
Yeah.
Is deception's wisdom or charisma? It's
Charisma.
Deception's charisma, yeah.
5.
11.
Nice.
Nice.
I think that laughing didn't play. I think the laughing, you really know this guy is
All right.
a
Anything?
giggler.
Anything else?
No, I don't have any movement. Use my action, use my bonus action. I'm stuck. I'm done.
Lindak. One guard
Oh,
left.
I see.
20
Everybody's
Yeah, one guard left. 25 feet away, roughly.
is he
Last.
standing?
No, he's on the ground.
Oh, that's the guy
incapacitated,
laughing on the ground?
He's like. Yeah.
Oh, right. For the audience members and everything, the insightful fighting doesn't give me advantage. It just makes it so I can sneak attack if I don't have advantage.
Cool. But yeah, so yeah, he's the guard. The remaining guard is just on the ground laughing.
All right. Lindak will walk up to him and basically kick him in the head, shut him up.
All right, attack roll with advantage.
That would be unarmed strike.
Correct.
With advantage, that's a nat 20 plus 4, 24.
So either roll damage and multiply it, or roll.
It's a 3,
Oh, so yeah, so it's 6.
6.
So yeah, you crack him and you kick him in the side of the head, just, and he gets to now roll because he got hit.
Wisdom 13.
Yeah, but he gets with advantage with it.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Nope, that's a 7 and a natural 1, so it's a 7 for wisdom. So
Okay.
he's still under the effect of hideous laughter.
Hilarious.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
Stringing those puns along.
Anything
This guy's a tough one.
anything else, Lindak?
No, that's it. I've moved and
Alrighty.
struck, and I'm not going to use
Love
any
it.
bonus.
All right, that'll bring it back to him. That's a 14 for a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, he succeeds.
All right, he's no longer laughing, but that is the end of his turn. So he's on the ground, like looking around, wide-eyed, no longer laughing, ready to kick some butt, bring it back to the top to Talindra.
How is he looking health-wise?
Not great.
Okay.
And he's 25 feet away from you.
Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna.
Sorry, no. He was 25 feet away from Vinlock originally, so he's actually 20 feet away from you.
20 feet away. Okay, so I'm gonna move towards him.
Okay. Everyone's kind of gathered around him at this point. This guard.
Okay. And I'm going to hit him first with my dagger.
Advantage because he's prone.
Oh right. Not great. That would be 14.
14 misses. You kind of just go to stab down, and he kind of just kicks your ankle, and you kind of stumble a little bit.
Okay, and then I'm gonna hit him with my rapier.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
Advantage because he's prone.
Yeah, that's still not great. That's 13.
13 misses. He kicks your other ankle, and you stumble again.
Just like kicking right over his head.
This guy's
I'm
just
grossed
flailing.
out by the blood.
All right. Anything else, Talindra? That was movement,
I think I'm
action,
good.
bonus action.
I think I'm good for that.
Alrighty, that'll bring it to Enak. You're all gathered around this guy on the ground. He's no longer laughing. He's kicking, spasming.
Okay. Seeing that he's not giggling anymore, he's gonna take the Morningstar one more time, and he's gonna bring it down.
Right. With advantage. Where are you aiming?
He's trying. It's gonna be non-lethal, so I'm gonna go just like for that. Oh, he has like.
The
He
biscuits.
doesn't have like plate. Well, I don't want to like.
Down on a knee.
Yeah. Let's do that.
On a
Let's just
leg.
take his legs out.
Okay. With advantage.
Wow, that was a natural 1 and a 15. Thank God. That's 20 total. Dirty 20.
Hit say you bring the Morningstar down on one of his knees.
Okay, that's 8. 1d8. Oh, wow. 6 plus 5 is 11.
There's like a very audible, wet, cracking sound as you shatter this poor guard's leg. And as soon as you hit the leg, you can kind of see the bones splinter and stick out from the sides. And he just passes out from blood loss and pain. And that is all the guards dealt with.
6. All right.
Try to find a healer.
I can't carry 6 people.
Let's find a healer and bring them here.
As you guys kind of
Do we not report this also to their superiors? Like, these are town guards or crown guard. There must be a leader of the guard around somewhere.
Yeah.
As you guys are kind of standing around this mess, there's dead citizens around, maybe about 10 or so dead citizens that have been killed. You can kind of hear shouting in the distance and the sound of like Crown's Guard approaching. And you guys watch as about 15 or so Crown's Guard approach, looking at the massacre and seeing these guards with their faces peeled off. And they all aim their spears at you, and that's where we're going to end the session for the week. Because this one is only an hour and a half now, so...
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. So...
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our first little session of Legends of Wildemount. They're going to be like this going forward, little digestible sessions, easy to digest. We'll see where this goes next week. I'm very excited to see what happens next. And Vinlock made some money today, so 25 gold pieces just by stealing. So you can add that to your gold if you haven't yet.
Thank you.
And we'll hopefully figure out more of this strange potion man and what he did to these people going forward. So, and the cool thing about this could span multiple episodes because of the hour and a half. So, either way, good night, everybody, and we'll see you in an hour roughly for Beneath the Tide, episode 60 of Beneath the Tide. So, yeah, good night, everyone.
Good night, all.
Good night.